800-499-6300. All right. Let us now move back as we expose the Democrats, expose the media, and we're going to expose more in a moment. No, not like that. Now, you recall Harry Reid, the famous 41 seconds of Harry Reid on the Senate floor in 1933. It's really not that long ago. I meant 1993, although you wonder with him. 1993. Cut 19, go.
If making it easy to be an illegal alien isn't enough, how about offering a reward for being an illegal immigrant? No sane country would do that, right? Guess again. If you break our laws by entering this country without permission and give birth to a child, we reward that child with U.S. citizenship and guarantee of full access to all public and social services this society provides. And that's a lot of services. Is it any wonder that 2/3 of the babies born at taxpayer expense at county-run hospitals in Los Angeles are born to illegal alien mothers?
Wow, again, I don't remember the media trashing him, do you? Or the phrase racist or neo-Nazi being thrown around and aimed at his supporters, do you? Of course not. Here's a montage put together some time ago by my buddy Sean on flip-flopping Democrats. In particular, you'll hear Chuck Schumer. Cut 16, go.
People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be...
See, now they use the phrase illegal alien. Today, you're not allowed to use that phrase. You're just not allowed. Why? Because the left says we're not allowed to use it. The media, the Democrats, academia, Hollywood, we're not allowed to use phrases that they ban. So we're not allowed to say illegal alien. They were saying it up 10 years ago, 13 years ago, 20 years ago. These people are aliens and they're here illegally. Illegal alien. No, you don't understand. They're undocumented. Just preposterous. And it's preposterous how they control the narrative. Go ahead.
People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally.
The president's decision to end DACA was heartless and it was brainless.
When we use phrases like undocumented workers, we convey a message to the American people that their government is not serious about combating illegal immigration.
Hundreds of thousands of families will be ripped apart.
If you don't think it's illegal, you're not going to say it. I think it is illegal and wrong.
Tens of thousands of American businesses will lose hardworking employees.
A biometric-based employer verification system with tough enforcement and auditing is necessary to significantly diminish the job magnet that attracts illegal aliens to the United States.
They may have known no other country but ours and have voluntarily registered themselves.
All illegal aliens present in the United States on the date of enactment of our bill must quickly register their presence with the United States government.
It's amazing, all these liberal Democrat racists, isn't it? All these old white supremacist types using phrases, like they're appealing to nationalist instincts. Go ahead.
Imminent deportation.
And the argument there, Mr. President,
this is Bernie Sanders.
Americans don't want to do the work. We just can't find American workers to do the work. Mr. President, that is a crock in many instances. It's just not true. In my view, Trump's decision to end the DACA program for some 800,000 young people is the cruelest and most ugly presidential act in the modern history of this country. I cannot think of one single act which is uglier and more cruel. We have all been educated that economics is about supply and demand. If you don't get the workers you want, you raise wages and you raise benefits. You don't simply open the door and bring in other workers at low wages.
So I believe absolutely that we have to move aggressively toward comprehensive immigration reform. I will end the deportations.
Poverty is increasing, and if wages are going down, I don't know why we need millions of people to be coming into this country as guest workers who will work for lower wages than American workers and drive wages down even lower than they are right now.
But we have to send a clear message. Just because your child gets across the border, that doesn't mean the child gets to stay. So we don't want to send a message that is contrary to our laws or will encourage more children to make that dangerous journey.
So I will fight for comprehensive immigration reform and a path to citizenship. I will fight to stop partisan attacks on the executive actions that would put dreamers, including those with us today, at risk of deportation. And if Congress continues to refuse to act as president, I would do everything possible under the law to go even further.
We've got to do several things, and I am, adamantly against illegal immigrants. People have to stop employing illegal immigrants. Come up to Westchester, go to Suffolk and Nassau counties, stand in the street corners in Brooklyn or the Bronx. You're going to see loads of people waiting to get picked up to go do yard work and construction work and domestic work. This is not a problem that the people who are coming into the country are solely responsible for. They wouldn't be coming if we didn't put them to work.
My proposal will keep families together, and it will include a path to citizenship.
The number of immigrants added to the labor force every year is of a magnitude not seen in this country for over a century. If this huge influx of mostly low-skilled workers provides some benefits to the economy as a whole, it also threatens to depress further the wages of blue-collar Americans and puts strains on an already overburdened safety net.
Immigrants aren't the principal reason wages haven't gone up. There are those in the immigrants' rights community who have argued passionately that we should simply provide those who are illegally with legal status, or at least ignore the laws on the books and put an end to deportation until we have better laws. But I believe such an indiscriminate approach would be both unwise and unfair. It would suggest to those thinking about coming here illegally that there will be no repercussions for such a decision. And this could lead to a surge in more illegal immigration. These are students, they're teachers, they're doctors, they're lawyers. They're Americans in every way but on paper. Those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants.
Real reform means establishing a responsible pathway to earn citizenship.
So you see, ladies and gentlemen, the media change their position, the Democrats change their position. They work hand in glove. They work hand in glove. The media, the mouthpiece for the progressive movement, and the Democrats, the activist base for the progressive movement. You heard Obama, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Harry Reid. These are not just any Democrats. These are leaders. Bill Clinton was president. Obama was president. Schumer's the Democrat leader in the Senate. Sanders is the leading progressive. Harry Reid, of course, was the Democrat leader in the Senate. What changed over a period of a few years? Well, the objectives of the Democrat Party and the left changed. They used to be protectionists, trying to protect the AFL-CIO and all the unions under that umbrella. Then the AFL-CIO and many of the unions under that umbrella, not all, decided that in order to increase their members, they needed to tap into immigration and particularly illegal immigration. And that way they could increase their dues. Democrats also figured out amnesty after amnesty after amnesty leads to citizenship after citizenship after citizenship, and they're counting on 70% of people who come in here illegally eventually being citizens and voting for them. There was a report out the other day. The Democrats are concerned that the Latino vote won't turn out as they expect. The Democrat Party is not a united party. The Democrat Party, since FDR, is a party of disparate groups and disparate special interests. That's why it'll never give up on LGB and so forth. That's why it'll never give up on race. That's why it'll never give up on income redistribution. It can't. or it ceases to have a purpose. It cannot exist. It cannot exist. And in order to get their base out, these disparate groups, disparate special interests, it has to keep banging the pots and pans. And the media, that's the institution through which it's done. Now, the media didn't trash any of these 6 individuals at any time about any of their positions on immigration. Now, if Good Morning America truly was doing a news segment, if the Today Show was truly doing a news segment, if CNN was truly doing a news segment, they'd be doing exactly what I just did. But it's all Trump, Trump, Trump. Trump, you see, is fear-mongering. Trump is politicizing. And yet, look at these Democrats. And look at the media. The media takes sides. The media advocates for certain policies and positions. And it's not just CNN and not just MSNBC. There's some of them on Fox, too. It's true. One more. I don't have time for it until we come back after the break. The great Barbara Jordan in 1995. I've played it before, but I want to close the circle since this is now a hot issue for the media to try and trash the president and even more trash the president's supporters. Because they fear, what do they say? Another 2016 election. We can't have that, you know. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
For the left's power and glory, the conservative defends our founding principles. The left doesn't give a damn about our founding principles. Now, they'll say they do, but they don't. The left doesn't give a damn about our founding principles. Look how unserious the left is when it comes to immigration. First, they want to secure the border. Then they want to deport people. Now they don't vote to secure the border. Now they don't want to deport people. How does that change in 10, 15, 20 years? Well, they've decided that the way to gain power, keep power, enhance power is to change the citizenry and to change the voter. And if you object, then you're attacked. If you object to their anti-capitalist degrowth efforts, they call it climate change, you're attacked. That you deny science, even though they pervert science. If you oppose the destruction of our healthcare system, what was and has been the greatest healthcare system on the face of the earth, then you're attacked. As somebody who doesn't believe people should have access to quality healthcare. And it goes on and on and on. If you believe in a strong military, then you're obviously a colonialist and an imperialist. If you believe in strong and backing law enforcement, well, obviously you're anti-minority. You can't even have legitimate debates with these people. And the reason is because their ideology is illegitimate.